day, ma'am. Today, I will be discussing Edwin Sutherland's differential association theory, one of the most influential theories in criminology. This theory focuses on how criminal behavior is learned through interaction with other people. According to Sutherland, no one is born a criminal. Instead, people learn criminal behavior the same way they learn other behaviors through communication, observation, and relationships. Sutherland developed nine basic tenets or main ideas to explain how this learning process happens. These tenets describe how people are influenced by the people around them, especially by those they spend the most time with. Some people grow up in environments where breaking the law is seen as normal, while others are surrounded by people who value honesty and obey the law. For this discussion, I will focus on three important tenets that clearly show how crime can be learned. These are: first, criminal behavior is learned; second, criminal behavior is learned through interaction with others; and last, a person becomes delinquent because of an excess of definitions favorable to violation of law. Now, let me now explain each of these tenets in detail. First tenet: criminal behavior is learned. The first tenet states that criminal behavior is learned, which means that people are not born with a desire to commit crimes. Instead, they learn how to commit crimes, and even the reasons or justification for doing so from the others. This learning process is similar to how we learn other things in life, such as how to speak, dress, or act in a certain ways. For example, if a child grows up in a family or community where stealing, lying, or fighting is common, that child might start to believe that those actions are acceptable. Over time, the child learns not only how to do those acts but also why they might seem okay or necessary. This shows that criminal behavior is a result of learning and influence, not nature or inheritance. In short, people commit crimes because they learn how and why to do them, not because they are naturally bad. Second tenet: criminal behavior is learned through interaction with others. So, the second tenet says that criminal behavior is learned through interaction with others, especially through close personal relationship. This learning happens through talking, observing, and copying the behaviors of others. Sutherland emphasized that crime is not learned through books, movies, or school lessons. It is learned through real life communication and experiences with people around us. For example, if a person's friends often talk about how easy it is to cheat, steal, or break the rules without getting caught, that person may start to see this action as normal. When someone constantly interacts with people who accept or even encourage crime, they begin to adopt the same attitudes and behaviors. This tenet reminds us of how powerful social influence can be. It shows that the people we spend time with, our friends, family, and peers, play a huge role in shaping our behavior. If we surround ourselves with positive people, we are likely to stay on the right path. But if we spend too much time with people who break the law, we might end up doing the same. Third tenet: a person becomes delinquent because of an excess of definitions favorable to violation of law. The third tenet is one of the most important parts of Sutherland's theory. It states that a person becomes delinquent or a lawbreaker when they are exposed to more ideas or reasons that support crime than ideas that discourage it. In other words, when people hear more messages that says it's okay to break the law than messages that say it's wrong, they are more likely to commit crimes. For example, if someone constantly hears people saying things like it's okay to steal if you're poor or everyone cheats anyway, those statements may start to sound normal or acceptable. Over time, those beliefs can overpower the person's sense of right and wrong. On the other hand, if they hear more positive messages like stealing is wrong or there are honest ways to earn money, they are more likely to stay law abiding. This tenet teaches us that our thoughts and beliefs are shaped by what we are exposed to. The more we are surrounded by negative influence or criminal ideas, the more likely we are to accept and practice them. In the end, Sutherland's theory gives us an important lesson about life. The people we associate with shape who we are. If we surround ourselves with good influence, we are more likely to make the right choices. But if we allow negative people or wrong beliefs to guide us, we may end up going down the wrong path. That's why it is important to choose our environment carefully, learn from positive examples, and help others make better choices too. Because at the end of the day, crime is not just about bad people, it's about the lesson and influence that people receive from those around them.